from the basement. As we save our economy, we will also seal the border and stop the migrant invasion into our country. It's the greatest invasion that we've ever had into our country. What they've done to our country is incredible, and what they're doing to our country. Under Border Czar Harris, millions and millions of people are pouring in right now from all over the world, prisons, jails, insane asylums, mental institutions, terrorists, all at record levels. We've never had anything like this. And, you know, I feel so sorry for the towns and the cities where they are. They're causing havoc, and the mayors always want to be politically correct. One particular, I don't want to embarrass him, but one particular mayor is saying, we're looking for translators because the people speak no English. So they're looking, you shouldn't be looking for translators. You should be looking for people to take them out of our country and bring them back from where they came, because your town and city is being destroyed. The 21 million illegals she let in are now creating havoc throughout the country. Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio are just two examples. What they're going through in those places, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're literally taking over those towns. They're taking over hundreds, those are 2 years, hundreds of towns and cities throughout our country, including the big ones. Look at New York. All of the people, what's happened to the quality of life. The quality of life is a whole different deal. Chicago, take a look at what's happening in Chicago. Look at L.A. Look at what's happening in Los Angeles. They're taking over your cities, your big ones, your small ones, your towns. It's not sustainable by anybody. Yet after almost 4 years, Border Czar Kamala Harris has reportedly decided that for political reasons, that it's finally time for her to visit the southern border. So think of it. She was the border czar for almost 4 years. She's never been there. She went to one little area, but I'd like to go there too with our great First Lady and have a nice lunch. This was not the border that she should be looking at. I can tell you the real border because I've been there many times. She finally went after almost 4 years. And the reason is because her polls are crashing. She's not doing well because I don't believe the people of this country are stupid. I think they're very smart. And you're not going to let her ruin this country like she did San Francisco or Los Angeles. She ruined the entire state of California. She's trying to con the public, but remember, she is the one who terminated Remain in Mexico. I had a policy. It was not easy to get with the president of Mexico, who I got along with great, but he is a smart man, and he took advantage of our country. I said, we have to have Remain in Mexico. He looked at me like I was crazy. I said, no, I'm not. I want Remain in Mexico until we find out if these people are qualified to come in. And they stayed in Tijuana. They stayed all over Mexico, hundreds of thousands of people. And we took them in very, very slowly. I don't know if they can put up my world's favorite chart. I don't know. We're in a factory right now. We don't have billboards, I don't think. But the greatest chart, I love that chart because that chart saved my life. It was a chart on immigration. There was a chart on immigration, blue, gold, and red. I love it very much. If I didn't have that chart, I probably wouldn't be speaking to you right now. But it shows basically that we had the best and lowest immigration numbers, and that included drugs and human trafficking, a lot of other things that we've ever had in the history of our country. So Remain in Mexico. They canceled our asylum agreements with Central American nations, ended Title 42, a very important program, implemented nationwide catch and release. I had catch and release, but I catch and release in Mexico. We catch and release into the United States, never to see these people again until they murder somebody, and then we see them. And we allowed them, through absolute stupidity, to destroy the very fabric of our nation. Millions of people were allowed to come in totally unvetted, totally unchecked, from places unknown. I was with Tom Homan recently. He told me that the last check was they came in from 168 different countries. Most people don't even know there are that many countries. Actually, there are quite a bit more than that. 168 countries were represented with illegal aliens coming in. From the Congo in Africa, they come in a lot from the Congo. From jails in the Congo, they opened their jails. From South America, Venezuela, all of the countries, they're letting them out of their prisons and jails. They're letting them out. Their jail population's way down. Their mental institution population. But this is all over the world. They come from the Middle East. They come from Asia. They come from parts of Europe. They come into our country. Many of them are major criminals, murderers. When Kamala speaks about the border, her credibility is less than zero. I hope you're going to remember that on Friday when she tells you about the border. Ask her just one simple question. Why didn't you do it 4 years ago? Why didn't you do it 4 years ago? They've got very little time left, thank God. Very little time left. Why? That's all you have to do. I give this to the fake news media because they don't cover it properly. They don't even talk about the border. Say, why didn't you do it 4 years ago when you first came in? Why are you waiting 3.5, almost 4 years? Kamala's migrant invasion has particularly devastated the black community and the Hispanic community, including all of the people, the jobs, what they've done. The jobs are going to illegal migrants that came into our country illegally. Our black population all over the country, our Hispanic population are losing their jobs. They're citizens of America. They're losing their jobs. Most of the jobs that were created in our country, and all of the jobs, almost all, were bounce back. They came from me. Bounce back. Every pandemic has a big bounce back at the end of a pandemic, and we had a very quick bounce back, and we did a great job on the pandemic. Never got the credit I got for the military. We rebuilt it. We beat ISIS very quickly, very rapidly. They said it was going to take 5 years to beat ISIS. ISIS was defeated in 4 weeks. Our military is great. And outside of some of the people on the top, I know every one of them, outside of those people, our military is not woke. You could put some of these people into a room and scream at them for 2 years, and they'd walk out of that room. They wouldn't be woke. We have a great military, and they proved that with the defeat of ISIS. So last month, American-born workers lost 1.3 million jobs. This is last month. And of the 1.3 million jobs, migrants, illegal people that came in illegally into our country, got 635,000 jobs. They got more jobs than anybody else. The black population and the Hispanic population is being devastated by Biden and Kamala Harris, by these millions of people that are coming into our country. And unions will be next. You watch. The unions are going to be devastated by this. And I've been right about everything. You know, they have a hat. Trump was right about everything. I actually was right about everything, right? In the Republican Party, which has become the party of common sense, we believe that American jobs should go to American citizens, not illegal aliens. We believe that strongly. And that's one more reason why we begin the largest deportation operation in American history, starting with the criminals, the murderers, the drug dealers, the people from prisons. We're going to get them out of our country. We're going to get them out fast. The terrorists. We have record numbers of terrorists. In 2019, Border Patrol reported not one terrorist came into the country under the Trump administration. I don't even believe that could be possibly correct. But that's what they say, 0. Over a period of years, they said 11 came in. Let me tell you, right now, we have more terrorists coming, thousands, coming into our country than we've ever even thought possible. And these are rough terrorists. These are the real deal. And only bad is going to happen.